On Friday night, New Zealand captain Mark Graham has announced his retirement after a falling out with the club. Graham says he can't go on under the present administration and even goes as far as to say that members of the club wanted him out. John Harker spoke to Graham and the New Zealand coach Graham Lowe.
After 5 seasons with North Sydney and a distinguished career for New Zealand, Mark Graham is regarded as one of the world's best players. He led the Kiwis in the 1982 series against Australia, but has been troubled in the last 2 seasons with knee and shoulder injuries. With those behind him, Graham signed a 4-year contract this year with the Bears, valued between $250,000 and $300,000. That made him the highest paid player in rugby league. Under new coach Greg Haywick, Graham lost the club's captaincy, and it's rumoured that several big-name players are unhappy. While Graham says he still respects many of the administrators at the club, he admits he can't go on in the present conditions. It's a blow for Graham, league in general, but in particular, New Zealand coach Graham Lowe, who was with the big second rower when Channel 7 exclusively broke the story on Friday night.
Well, a lot of thought. It was just one of those things. It was a principal stand, and the loss of money never came into it. It was just, I had to take the stand, I feel, and I've done so and retired, and that's the end of it.
At 28, though, I mean, you must think you'll miss it.
I'll let you know. I don't really know at this stage. Yeah.
What about the 200-odd grand that you'll miss?
Well, there's no doubt that I'll miss it, but at this stage, I feel as though a weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and I just can, it's not the end of my life. I'll just go on and go about my business.
Well, Graham, from your point of view, it must be a shattering blow, to you and the New Zealand team.
Yes, John, it's hard enough worrying about injuries and whatnot without this sort of problem occurring, but it's something that we've got to face as far as the New Zealand selectors go, but I'm just hoping for Mark's sake that it can get sorted out and something resolved that'll benefit both the New Zealand League and Mark.
If Mark could get a release, would you try and get him back to New Zealand and get him in your side?
Oh, too right. I think that anyone that wasn't trying to get Mark Graham and his team would have to be daft. So I don't think we'd be able to come up with the sort of money that would interest him back there. We're probably only playing for half an orange a week, so I think Mark's a little bit out of that range.
Mark, yourself, the problems with losing the captaincy early really has been an unhappy year for you anyway, even though it's only 3 matches old.
Yes, John. Actually, losing the captaincy hasn't got much to do with it at all. I suppose it'd be fair to say that there's fractions within the club that I feel wanted me out anyway, so I've just obliged them by doing so.
I've spoken only 20 minutes ago to Ken McCaffrey, the secretary of the North Sydney club, who was totally bewildered about this action by Mark Graham. He says that, and I quote him, that he did a lot for Mark Graham, that he's chased him around England and Europe to get him to come to North Sydney, did a lot for them. They stayed helped him with accommodation and all the other things, and he's just absolutely staggered that it's come to this pass. They would hope that things might be able to get back together again, but there it is. Different era in the 1980s than it hasn't been in previous eras. Well, it saddens me more